Hello, I'm Sasha Mack, and today I'm going to talk to you about how I gained clarity on my purpose and my passion. So get ready to take some notes. The first is I wrote down what I enjoyed as a kid. So that could include things as simple as like eating peanut butter. I would often dig, like, I loved digging for worms in the mud in the backyard after rain. That's not my purpose or my passion, but like, I loved doing that. And it was, I don't know, it was just one of the best things ever. I loved creating and like building little like miniature sculptures out of shoe boxes. So I made firehouses and homes. Um, what else? I just loved everything like drawing and painting. So I wrote down all the things I loved and then later reflected on which ones I were most drawn to and which ones were really feasible now. Digging in the mud for worms, not something that I want to do. The second was just being still and resting. There's a really good quote that I'm just gonna put here that really talks about the idea of just being still and being calm and just really having this ability to remove distractions that consume your life so that you can find the things you truly value and meaning. So I had to let go of relationships. I just felt a calling to remove myself from work environments, which allowed me the time and space and energy then to really think about what I'm doing and to really take a step back and reflect, which is hard to do because I feel like the world and society always tells us like go to the next thing, go to the next thing, go to the next thing. But if you're rushing to the next thing, you're often going to be repeating the mistakes of the past if you don't give yourself enough space to say, how can I approach this situation and do differently than I did before? And I was caught up in that cycle too, just the rat race of go, 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 that I found myself repeating cycles for a while. But one of my best friends sent me this quote about Chris Rock, and it was that he took 3 to 4 years off from doing sets and tours and material. Maybe it was Chris Rock. I think it was Chris Rock, yeah. Um, and that really spoke to me because we don't see sometimes people's personal lives, and we see celebrities and we see these successful people and it looks like they're grinding all the time, but actually they are, when you don't see them like taking the moment to take time off and really rebuild and up level themselves. And it's okay to be in those moments of solitude, so that you can really hear and listen to God and yourself about what is the best next step for you. And that will allow you to find your flow and find your ease, because the next thing you know, there's this quote by Ferris Bueller, and it's like, life moves fast. You look around and it's gone. It's like, life, for me, the last few years have gone by so quickly, and I really want to live in the moment a little bit more and cherish it. So yeah, the third is write down the things that you want to explore and pique your interest. So when you are not quite sure what your purpose or your passion is, and I can go into another video what is purpose and maybe how I define them both, but you have to write them down. So when I quit my job in big tech in 2022, I wrote down Web3 Bootcamp, comedy class, software engineering, reality TV show, and a few other things. But essentially, they all came true, and found themselves to me. So I ended up taking a Web3 Bootcamp. I ended up taking comedy class and having 2 shows. I ended up applying and interviewing for a reality TV show about just being a beginner survivalist, which I love. And I've always wanted to just be out in the wilderness building shelters. So yeah, like I wrote down all these things and they all happened. And for me, it's just so important as we get into manifestation and prayer, the importance of writing things down. But anyway, so all those things happened and it was amazing. And then I made my way through them. And then at the end of the year, I really reflected on how I felt doing these things. Like, did they really bring me energy? Did I feel like they were, taking me to my next level? Was there resistance? Was there like flow in these moments? And then, I kind of went into one area, which is like comedy and and art, which are basically the two themes that I've had my entire life. In high school, I wasn't a class clown per se, but I always loved to laugh. Comedy got me through the pandemic. I made a comedic sketch series with one of my best friends from college, which was really amazing. And we shot that at the Droga 5 offices in New York City. And the other piece was art, and that has just been coming back to me, and it's something that comes so natural to me. So yeah, I wrote all these things down, I explored them, and then at the end really reflected on which ones I was most naturally drawn to and which ones really fed my soul. The fourth thing in finding your purpose and your passion is to just be yourself in every moment and follow your intuition. And it's really hard to do. I struggled with that growing up because society, your family, your friends tell you, certain things. They want to give you advice, but ultimately I've learned in some cases the hard way that the answer is within myself. And I was talking to a mentor and I was doing all this like searching, what is my purpose? What is my purpose? And what I found was that my purpose is what I said is like being myself in every moment. So that means for me, singing at the grocery store and just seeing people smile and dance in the aisles. That means for me helping a grandmother and her granddaughter who's 1 year old like cross the street because she's carrying like items from the pharmacy and doesn't have enough hands. That means complimenting somebody at the crosswalk. That means, just not getting in my head too much and just like experiencing the moment and creating those moments, like going to a coffee shop and making friends with the owner and now being taught how to make an espresso and keeping in touch with them. So how can I be myself in every moment? And it's not about this grand plan of living my purpose. Like, yes, I believe that, my purpose is to, my name literally means defender of all mankind. So my purpose is to uplift people and talk, to people and communicate to people visually, like through my art. And my passion is just learning about people, being curious about people, and helping them, find their own paths, which, has created a lot of harmony in myself. But I want to share this poem that my mentor shared with me, and it just really spoke volumes. So it's called Purpose by Donna Markova. What's unfinished for you to give? In the thousands of moments that string together to make up our lives, there are some where time seems to change its shape and a certain light falls across our ordinary path. We stop searching for purpose and we become it. Looking back, we might describe these moments as times when we were at our best, when the gifts we were born with and the talents we have developed were braided with what we love and the needs of the world. And so that's exactly it. We don't look for it, that we just be in every moment. So I want to leave you with that poem, and I hope that you can take these steps and do the exercise to really uncover your purpose and your passion if you're looking. A book that I read that I really do like that helped kind of plant the seed for me was Purpose Driven Life. So go check that out.